I'm going to show you my Pig Latin translating program. This has been coded in the Python language. Now, before I get into it, what is Pig Latin? Pig Latin is a secret language formed by transferring the initial consonant or consonant cluster of each word to the end of the word and adding a at the end of it. So Pig Latin would be ig pay atin lay. Okay, so as I go further through this tutorial, I'll do some examples, and let's get started. So what I'll do is I'll actually go through the code bit by bit, then I'll run the application. So this tutorial is suitable for beginners, medium level to experts in programming. Even if you're an expert in another programming language, this should still make sense and you should be able to follow. After watching the video, if you have any questions, just put them down in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. So what I'll do is I'll just go step by step through the code, then I'll run the code, okay? So first, I've created a PL Translator class. And this is everything that gets initialized under that class. Then there's a method. A method is a function that's under a class. So this part here initializes all the key variables. This is to display the translation. This to do a cleanup after each successful translation. Then we have a reset function. We have a write to file function or method. Then this is how we start the program, okay? So again, I'll go through the program shortly. So how we begin is we initialize the class, start equals PL Translator. Then start, begin translating. So begin translating, that's this method under the PL Translator class. So once we begin the translating, it will bring up a user input. So let's actually do that. Let's actually bring up the input. Okay, so you can see the console here. So I'll do something very simple. Hello world. I'll press enter. Hello hey old way. So that's exactly what Pig Latin should do. Now what this program actually also does is if you go to the output, every successful translation, there's an output of what you've entered and what the translation is. That way you keep track of everything. So let's just, while the program is still running, let's look at what it's doing exactly. So while true, this will just continue. This program functionality will just continue. It will firstly try this, an input screen. If you type in quit, the program quits. So let's just type in quit. Program quits. Okay, let's run the program again. Let's do YouTube. YouTube, yay. Okay. So what happens is every time you type in a word, it gets put into the variable self.user input. So even if there is a sentence, this code here, this splits each string into a list. So each word separated by a comma, it'll be in a separate list. Then is another for loop. For each word in that split user input list, this is for each word. It'll grab each item in the list, make it into a string, and call it list to string. Then there's another variable here, no special characters. This is alphanumeric. So this just makes sure that alphabetical characters are only factored in. So this variable, there's a join function, and for each character in the list to string, it'll just join only if they are alphanumeric characters. Okay? Then the next variable, string input no numbers, it joins, let me just fix up these codes. So this breaks down the word into, this loops through all of the letters in the no special characters after the alphanumeric check has been done. This checks if it's a digit or not. So let's do a test here. So hello world 1, 2, 3. The program ignores the numbers. See, that's what this code does. It attaches alphabetic characters and characters that are not digits. So this will go through each letter in the word above, and if it is not a digit, it will join the word. So once this is completed, in the word that's in this variable, so let's say this is the first letter. The first letter of this word is in the vowels list. This is the vowels list, A, E, I, O, U. So Pig Latin has different rules. So let's try away. So away, way. It adds W-A-Y if it's A-E-I-O-U. So if I write hello, the output would be Elohe. Okay? If I do the word, what's another word? Easter, this will be Easter yay or Easter way. Easter way. Okay? So if the first letter in this word is in the vowels list, what will happen is it'll be hey, let's break this down. This is breaking down the letters. If that letter is in there, then that word is going to be appended to translated list plus W-A-Y. That's what's happened here. So let's do away. Type in away. Away, way. This code is into play when I type in a word that has a vowel as the first letter. Okay. Now, let's look up the other lines of code. If the first letter is in the consonants list, so the consonant list is not a vowel. So the consonant list is not a vowel. Let's have a look where we're up to. If the first letter is in the consonant list, so if the first letter is not a vowel, that's what it's saying, and the second character of that word is also in that consonant list, and the third, then we're going to reposition, we're going to take the third, so let's just have a look here. This will be Christmas, C-H-R-I-S-M-S. This should be Ismas Cray. Ismas Cray. So this is repositioning. So this variable is going to have this variable, the self-amended variable is equal to string input no numbers from the third character onwards. So it would be, in this example of Ismas Cray, it would be Ismas. Then what is going to happen is Isthmus. Okay, that's what's going to happen. Okay, sorry, just mumbling to myself. Then it's going to add the first. So this is going to be Isthmus. So this is Christmas. This is just Isthmus without the CHR at the front. This adds a C. This adds the H. This is the R, because each word. Remember, each character. So this Christmas is going to be translated using this code. Self-amended is the variable that holds it. This is going to become Isthmus, then plus C plus H plus R. See, this is the Christmas variable, but position 0. position 1, position 2, position 0 is C, position 1 is H, position 2 is CHR, okay? Then it appends, it adds to the list of amended, which is going to be Isthmus, CHRAY, Isthmus Cray. Sorry for that long-winded explanation, but I kind of had to make sense of that, and I probably should be writing more comments, but I think it kind of makes sense what it's doing. Now, that's the word Christmas. So let's do another word, bring. Let's type in bring. If I do bring, this should be ingbrae. Okay? So this code is similar to this code, but it checks for the first two characters if they are in the consonant list. Okay? So if the first letter of string input no numbers, so the first letter of the word and the second letter of the word is in the consonants list, then same deal as the code above, but it just does it. So this ingbrae bring, this will be bring, okay? B is 0, R is 1. Self-amended variable is going to have ing, it'll be ing, then we're going to plus the B, then plus the R. Then self-translated this is going to amended, which is going to be ing, br, then ay, ingbrae. That's what's happened here, okay? Now else, this is just for any other word, just let's do test. This will be este. See? Este. Okay, so that's how the translation works. We're basically just doing string manipulation. So once each word, let's do a sentence. This is a pig Latin test of a sentence. Iste, iswe, awe, igpe, etsenle, este, ovwe, awe, intense. Okay, that's an excellent translation. Now, after each translation, there's a cleanup method. If you go to cleanup, because the words are in a list, so we take away the square brackets. We also remove the commas, so it replaces the comma with nothing. And also the little speech mark, it removes the speech mark. That way it's just a clear word. Okay? Then once the cleanup is done, start display translation. So this prints the user output. Okay? Display translation. Then write to file. Write to file. This opens a text file, output.txt, and A is for append. It writes the user input. That's a line, or the next line. Then it does the user output, then a line. So let's have a look here. So look at each translation. The user input, user output, then the line. Okay? Then we have to close the file, okay? Then we do a reset. So if you go to the reset method, what the reset does is it clears a translated list. So each entry, each time you do this, it clears the list, because if you don't clear it, it's just going to keep adding the words from the previous translation. Okay? And if there's any errors, so let's do some errors. So this will run if I type in just characters. So what I like about this is if you type in a word that has numbers, so this is hello world, it should strip the numbers and just do hello hey old way, and that's what it does. But if I just do numbers only, or characters, special characters only, it gives you that error message. So all the errors are caught. And yeah, like this is a very clean way to make a Pig Latin translator in Python. And that way, with the output file, all successful translations is outputted to the output file. And that way you can just review the translations yourself. Okay. I think that's it for the video. I know it's a little bit rusty, but it's my first one on the channel, and I'll be hopefully doing weekly videos for the subscribers. Alrighty, so let's stop the program, and yeah, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and yeah, I'll be in touch. Cheers.